Welcome to Azores, a place to discover. Azores is a group of 9 Portuguese islands in the middle of Atlantic Ocean. The weather condition, like temperature, humidity, and the fauna and flora, make the Azores the ideal place for those who want to taste the nature naked and pure. Azores Subdive Center is a maritime tourism company in São Miguel Island. Our facilities and our entire operation are based in Vilafranca do Campo Marina, the first capital of the island, and 25 kilometers from the airport, about 20 minutes by car. In our facilities, you can find a store, which supports the dive center and is where the divers and students' paperwork is processed. It is also possible to purchase diving equipment from the brand that we represent, Cressy. The dive center is equipped with a gear room and a place for you dry your equipment after it's washed, a changing room, WCs with hot shower, and a filling station, Bauer Pure Air, available for air and nitrox. Because our dives is made by boat, to get possible the access to the best diving spots, we have 3 inflatable boats at your disposal, totally equipped for diving, including a ladder to get on board with the maximum comfort. Next, I will make a small description about our most popular diving spots, the spots that we visit more. Vilafranca do Campo Islet is one of our ex-libris, and the place must be visited for the divers and all tourists on the island, as the best conditions for the certified divers to discover scuba diving and diving classes, with depths between 5 and 20 meters, and the sunk cannons from 17th century provides delicious moments to the visitors. Red Bull Cliff Diving chose this place for the event in 2012 and still returning every year till now. Why? Because it's unique. Amora is one of our favorite diving spots and is located in the south coast of São Miguel Island between Ponta Garça and Ribeira Quente. The dive begins at a depth of 16 meters and goes down to 30 in a sloping bottom, where the big dusky groupers live and join us during our dive. In our stone area, we have the chance to observe big schools of barracudas and amber and guelly jacks as well. Ponta da Galera, also called by Pacha das Castanhetas, is located in the south coast of São Miguel in front of Água de Pau. The great differences in depth at this site makes possible the observation to big fish. The first cavern is at 12 meters depth, and then it has 3 wide entrances and is regularly occupied by a school of large guelly jacks. The reef flanks drops vertically to depths greater than 40 meters, where it's common to see schools of pelagic fish in summertime, and sometimes the manta rays as well. Located only 3 meters from the coast in a sheltered bay, Arcos de Calora is a great place for snorkeling and to all types of dive. With the depth starting at 5 meters and dropping to 18, you can find a huge and impressive submarine arch. This formation has 3 possible entrances and exits, making possible a fun and safety dive. Inside and in the dark places we can observe species like moray eels, sleeper lobsters, stingrays, and families of nudibranches. This spot is accessible to all divers' experience. This dive site, called Anchors, consists in a small reef about 40 meters long, situated 3 minutes by boat from our base, in Vilafranca Marina. The depth starting at 14 meters and going to 20, and we can find about a dozen of anchors from 17th century around the reef. It's common to find several species of moray eels and nudibranches. Stingrays in the sandy parts are there as well, as a complement of the dive, because the first goal of this spot is the history. The history of Villafranca do Campo. With the top of the stern at 9 meters and the bow in the deepest part at 20, the shipwreck of Dory is a great place for all types of dive. Considered by many as the best dive site on the island, this Liberty ship on the sandy sea floor was built during the Second World War in the United States. The first name was Edwin L. Drake, and it was one of the few ships of this type that took part in Operation Overlord along the coast of Normandy. After the war, still working as a cargo ship in private companies, and is eventually sunk 800 meters off the coast of Ponta Delgada on January 16, 1964. Today, it's an underwater archaeological park, regularly surrounded by schools of mackerel, white sea breams, Atlantic mackerel, and through the dive you can spot an exceptional number of common species typical of the Azores Sea. The experience of diving in Formigas Islet begins when you get on board for the 42 nautical miles from São Miguel. The remote location and strong currents means that it's only recommended for experienced divers. The long trip from Villafranca, it's a great adventure, allowing divers to see whales and dolphins, turtles and seabirds on their journey toward the islets, marked by a small lighthouse. The water there is like crystal clear, and during the dive it's also possible to see sharks and the manta rays. The shipwreck of Olympia is there and accessible by the divers. Here you can make the dive of your life. The Azores is one of the few places in the world where you can dive in an underwater volcanic activity. The hydrothermal vent is located in a seismic zone which is also volcanically very active. The shallow water depth make possible we apply all the diving variants here. When we start the dive, we put an egg under the sand and past 45 minutes you can check that egg is completely cooked. Here you can have a unique experience. Azores Subdive Center has the main mission the promotion of recreational diving and all its variants. Our services include diving training and trips for certified divers, diving experiences for those who do not have any type of diving certification, and snorkeling trips. Makes also part of our services the diving trips for certified divers, recreational diving courses and specialties, tri-dive experiences, snorkeling trips, equipment rental, filling station, boat rental, private tour, a boat tour to Villafranca do Campo Islet, and a free pickup and drop-off from and to the hotel inside of 25 kilometers range from our base. Our team is integrated by SSI, PADI, CIMAG and DDI professionals who can assure the quality and safety of all our services. If you visit the island, and because it's not only dive, discover the many activities provided by our company partners. The whale watching and swimming with dolphins, the canyoning, or a simple hiking in one of our fantastic trails is something that you and your family can't miss. We will be happy to indicate the best places on the island to visit, with memorable and breathtaking landscapes. Places like Lagoa do Fogo and Lagoa das Sete Cidades remains in our memories forever. Hopefully that presentation has been clarified, and if you have any further question, please feel free to contact us.